would be nice to be rich. What should you do, Heathcliff?
What?
If you were rich?
Suppose I'd do what all rich men do. I'd live in a big house and be cruel to my servants. Take a wife.
A wife? What wife?
Aye. I've always looked fondly on Rose from the Crown.
The landlord's daughter. She's quite the plainest girl I ever laid eyes on, and dull too. Shockingly dull. She's practically a simpleton. I cannot sit here all day talking nonsense with you. After all, the Lintons may call on me at any moment.
Hey, I'm Reggie Ponder, the Real Critic, and this week's movie is Wuthering Heights. What's it about? A story, for all intents and purposes, is about class and forbidden love. It's turned more into a forbidden love that turns into an obsession, and is less about the class issues that are at its foundation. The film, for me, feels a bit lost, as do the characters, as they bury themselves in the thrill of the affair. Who's in it? Margot Robbie as Kathy, Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, with Martin Clunes, Hong Chow, and Shazid Latif. So what's the like? The foundation of this story is interesting, as her father saves the kid from abuse only to abuse him along with her, more so mentally than physically, and use him as almost slave labor. What provides hope is the two now have each other, and that makes their lives interesting and even fun. I think this is a strong start because the young actors do a great job of introducing these characters and inviting the audience in. Charlotte Mellington and Owen Cooper were great as young Kathy and Heathcliff. Now, the chemistry, it was clear that these two characters liked each other beyond friends, and the hint of that was intriguing. There is surely a discussion about class and position in life that is being had between the characters. I mean, like between the characters themselves, but also between the characters and the viewers, because it is clear that both he and she longed for a better position in life. She is excited about the rich family moving down the way. He is off to better himself. It's also compelling because there's that attraction. Even their attraction is interesting, as the anticipation for them to realize or act upon it is in our faces. And then the nanny dynamic. The battle between her and her nanny, Nellie, is also very interesting, saying something about class as well as race. While it might have been a passing comment, Nellie had to be hidden from society, and that begs the question for an explanation about more than class. Finally, the costumes and jewels make this movie somewhat of a showcase and a spectacle. One of the reasons people like going back into the past is that the wardrobes are to die for, and the scenery transports you to another time, and the filmmakers succeed here. What's not to like? The romance. The relationship the writers leaned on was that romance, and they leaned on it more than anything else, and it felt a bit manufactured. The tone of this film is much darker than I expected, and there is bad intent all the way around, between Kathy and her nanny, between the dad and his family, and between Heathcliff and his new wife, Isabella, whom he treats like a slave, and he only married her to make Kathy jealous. For me, these characters were unrecognizable, particularly Heathcliff. He was more obsessed, and he became a creature that was unrecognizable as a man, in my opinion. And then, if this is really about love, there was very little true love shown here. My rating? I would retitle this Wuthering Heights, as we had to weather all these changing conditions and emotions, which took us to a few highs, but also several lows. It's obsessive, dark, revengeful, and not exactly the lesson I was expecting. I'm giving this 1.5 reels out of 4 reels. I'm on most social media as The Real Critic, that's REEL, and I'll see you next time.